Hello, ladies and gentlemen, do-do-do-dettes. I am Matt Burns, and once again, I am back with my partner in crime. He is none other than JB.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Burning Truth.
That we are, and what a week we have got.
Well, what a week we've had, and we've got to sort of dissect it and talk about it and stuff, and it's, professional wrestling, never boring.
Where do we go?
Oh, speaking of never boring, can I just possibly do my weekly outside the bubble thing first?
Yeah, certainly.
Congratulations to Pierre Gasly for winning the Italian Grand Prix at Monza for AlphaTauri, the team that used to be Toro Rosso. Anyway, if you've not seen it yet, get the highlights up on whatever service does highlight. I'm sure Sky Sports have got a highlights package somewhere because they've got the rights to it.
Sky Sports, BT Sports, whatever channel,
Sports,
depending,
F1.
it's available. That is
Sky
available.
Sports F1, but go on the internet. I'm sure their Twitter feed will have stuff. Italian Grand Prix at Monza, epic, batshit crazy, back to front, upside down, topsy-turvy world, inside out, Formula One race. Like in an ideal world, they should all be. Did I just say Pierre Gasly won ahead of Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll?
Yes.
That's a bit like saying your new world heavyweight champion is...
Be careful where you're going.
I was actually going to say Akira Tozawa, but okay.
I'm fine with that.
Your new world heavyweight champion is Akira Tozawa, and your tag team champions are Breezango. At the same time. Even though they're on NXT, and that's not technically possible.
Did you miss something?
Oh, damn it. They actually are. We're in topsy-turvy world, folks. Breezango are the tag team champions. Pierre Gasly won the Formula One. Akira Tozawa must be wondering what he's got to do to make the rest of that come true. He's sitting in Booker T's room of candles, reciting spells at a fantastic rate, going, "Make it happen! Make it happen!"
God damn it! The mention of the goddamn candles. Right.
Anyway, yes. Congratulations, Pierre Gasly. Right, sorry. Where were we? Record scratch. Wrestling, yes.
Back into
we've got a lot to talk about in that sphere as well.
That we do. And take into account this is a non-pay-per-view week.
Yes, we are just removed from the hectic chaos of 2 in as many weeks. Which I didn't think would make sense going in, but seemed to work from a storyline standpoint.
I say non-pay-per-view week, even though AEW had one last night.
Well, a non-WWE pay-per-view week. Yes, AEW did that. Was it All In, All Out, or Shake It All Out? What was it called?
All Out.
All right.
And there is plenty of talk happening about it.
Yes.
That is currently ongoing. Some of it calling for what were they thinking. Some of it saying medical staff should be better trained.
Some interesting reactions, aside from that, to certain wrestlers.
However, we cannot cover this.
No.
As neither one of us have watched it.
Normally, at least one of us has watched it, and therefore we can get a play-by-play from the other one, and we can react to it. But since neither of us have seen it, it doesn't seem right.
Correct. So that could be done at a later date, or it's a separate episode, potentially, or by fan request, if necessary.
Or, if you're a fan and you want to send us, get us on social media, send us a reasonably short, but to the point, your own review, if you saw it.
Or even if, just watch it. If you want to review by us, just ask for it. That's all we ask.
Yeah. But as we say, we haven't seen it yet, so we're not talking about it this week, but it's not like we haven't got plenty of other stuff to talk about, so...
Too true. Shall I just go a glance over the topics first?
I think we probably should, just before we dive into the first one, just let everyone know what they've got to look forward to.
Take into account we've got multiple topics in Rumour Corner. Good boy.
Oh. Yes,
One of them...
I am looking forward to Rumour Corner, because they are rumours that I've deliberately avoided hearing, so this should be interesting.
Which one of them is really, really bad. We're talking rage-inducing, and we have to give when we state rumour corner, let's just say the soapbox will be changing from a soapbox to a soap stage.
Not so much a soapbox as the soap entrance platform to WrestleMania.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like
we've got to talk a bit of SmackDown.
Feet wide with pyro and graphics and everything, and wow, yeah. Anyway, so we've got to talk about. Sorry, I cut you off there.
We've got to talk some SmackDown.
Yep.
Yes, I know some of you are saying it only happened 2 days ago. As much as we can, we've got to cover it because it's an interesting topic. Yes, we did say we wouldn't be doing news chasing, but it's not exactly news chasing on how we're going to be discussing it.
No, trust us. When you hear it, you'll understand.
Because something that we predicted, well, I know something that I predicted has definitely happened. Well, we both predicted it, but I expected it sooner. And I was right.
I see. And we were both right. And finally, the blue touch paper has been lit. So stand well back because it's going to be amazing.
Correct.
More details to follow.
We've then, with the supposed rumour corner, we've also got some releases, unfortunately, from WWE, which we didn't see coming, really.
And which we don't... Oh, I saw what you did there belatedly. Damn you!
Yeah.
Have they released... That's not how you spell Jackson! Riker
no.
Keeping opening his mouth again.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Notice what I just said.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You, like me, feel it's fairly imminent, which is why I was asking, but no, not yet. Okay.
He's almost fallen into that same realm as JTG did. I'm pretty sure he's just ignoring the phone.
Yeah. Hiding behind the plants in Titan Towers going, if they can't see me, they'll forget I'm here.
And pretty much. But anyway, let's move on.
Like 9'6" and has a massive beard and isn't very incongruous.
True. We then got to talk about the number one contender to the Universal Championship and the Universal Champion and his new outlook. And we've also got to cover some NXT news, which is interesting.
I'm afraid I've got some rather interesting news for you.
That we do. But anyway, we digress.
First of all, I think it's warning the clock before we get into our first topic.
Would you kindly?
Of course. Oh, excuse me. The following broadcast will discuss wrestling storylines and topics which may not be suitable for all listeners and therefore, as a result, may contain language which is not suitable for younger viewers, younger listeners, listeners of a nervous disposition, or other listeners, or anyone who tries to view an audio broadcast. This broadcast may also contain strobe lighting effects.
If it did become visual, maybe.
Yes, it absolutely would. If it is visual, it would literally give everyone with even mild epilepsy serious reason to ask us to politely tone it down a bit, please.
Even though we are an audio broadcast.
Yeah, so that'll never happen. It's not an issue. It's just a running joke for those that remember the old Sky Sports intro to the live Monday Night Raw broadcasts.
I still miss them.
I do. As much as I still miss the entirety of the Attitude Era Don't Try This at Home vignette. How's he even able to stand? That's what I want to know.
Neck's broken in an instant.
Yeah,
but anyway,
this is entertainment, but the hazards are real.
Please, don't try this.
Don't try this at home.
No, you have to change it.
It later got changed to at home, at school, or anywhere, but initially, the one that I missed the most, it was just don't try this at home.
Yeah. Anyway.
That goes for both professional wrestling, for which you need to be professionally trained, and broadcasting about it. Don't try this at home either, folks. Just listen. We're professionally trained idiots on both levels, okay? Just leave it to us.
We've technically got a degree in it, haven't we?
Yes.
Anyway, we digress.
Listen, folks, I'm a broadcast journalist. I can say and do whatever the hell I want.
Anyway, we digress. Let's move on and let's talk about one of our usual subjects that we normally cover every week, something that we still stand behind, something that we'll still be covering, which is none other than Black Lives Do Matter and hashtag Speaking Out. We are still still on the cusp of always being an avid follower of both of them.
Yeah,
we'll always be standing by
behind both causes, absolutely.
And
we
we'll
will continue
do so
to be until they're not an issue anymore.
Correct. But anyway, if anybody doesn't have an opinion on wanting to get some things off their chest in regards to the subjects, we are more than welcome to have anybody on the mic or on the airways, just as long as there is no accusations at all.
But yeah, as always, we would just state no unproven accusations. Please take those to the relevant authorities first, and only come on air to vent with us when they've been dealt with by the relevant authorities, and there is no danger of you getting, equally important really, us or yourself sued.
Yes. But anyway, where do we go from right here? We need to decide on the first topic.
Eeny, meeny, miny, SmackDown.
Actually, let's go a little bit before that.
Okay.
Let's go to Tuesday.
Tuesday? What happens on Tuesday in WWE land? SmackDown's on Fridays now.
Well, something moved from Wednesday for a short period. Or did you forget?
Yeah, I was going to say, red and white Monday, black and gold Wednesday, blue and white Friday. What the hell happens on Tuesday?
Well, black and gold moved.
Did it? When?
To Tuesday. This week.
Oh, right. That's news to me. But okay.
A lot of people are going, huh? So, AEW has won?
Sharing my reaction. Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
And a lot of people are saying, hang on, does that mean AEW has won? Does that mean WWE's back down and moved permanently to Tuesdays?
No.
Which will be absolutely crippling to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, I think the answer is no, but...
However, guess when NXT is next week?
Back on Wednesday.
Back on Tuesday, still.
Oh, Tuesday,
2 weeks, even though it's only 2 weeks. However, Vince McMahon has stated, suppose people have asked him, is it being moved? Is it doing this? No, goddammit, we're just doing it just for this, not for these 2 weeks. That's it.
Yeah, it's because it's been preempted by something else that will be on USA. That's all. So they've moved it to keep the primetime slot. Yeah. I would imagine. I don't know. Maybe this is coronavirus land, topsy-turvy world. Everything's upside down. It's not normally the time of year for that, but it could be Masters golf, US Open tennis, bloody NASCAR, any other mainstream sport in America. The bloody whatever the American equivalent of Kraft's dog show is. It could be that means that it simply has to be moved for a couple of weeks to keep the same time slot just a day earlier.
Yeah, but anyway, the point being is right now for the next 2 weeks, AEW is getting the allowance to have all their fans be able to watch their show uninterrupted or even uncontested. However, you've got to feel a little bit sorry for Impact Wrestling, who is scratching and clawing at the moment, doing their best amazing work.
Doing their best work since the name change.
Yep. And has been doing some interesting storylines, and is now having to compete against NXT, the Gold brand.
Only for 2 weeks, but still. So it's going to be interesting to see... how many viewers AEW pick up when they're unopposed by NXT, and B, just for 2 weeks, if Impact Wrestling lose a substantial amount.
Yes, they have.
As I predict, they probably won't. Oh, no, apparently they have.
Yeah, they have. And to some of the big companies, it doesn't sound like it's much. If there's any of the bigger companies, but for something like Impact, that could be vital.
Yeah. TV revenue to the technically fourth biggest promotion in America is vital. Fourth.
Third.
Look, I don't care that it's run by the same company. NXT is a separate promotion to WWE, so fourth.
Okay. I'll go with that then. That's fine. But the point being is, it's still being stung a little bit. But anyway, we had the main event.
Yep.
Which was the Fatal 4-Way. How do you watched it?
The Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was planning to. And then I was planning to do this broadcast later, but the Formula One overran. They had stopped the race. They had a red flag for like an hour in the middle, which was the time I was going to spend watching NXT before the broadcast. So, no, I have not seen it yet. So,
unfortunately,
do I have to put my fingers in my ears and hum? Because I really don't want you to spoil it for me.
We'll save it for next week.
Because I'd actually like to comment on it having seen it.
We'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
Just
we do have
JB.
some NXT to talk about.
However,
we'll save the results for next week.
Just to tease JB a little bit, what a main event.
Hello, this is NXT. I'd be more surprised if it was crap.
No, that could have been a pay-per-view.
Well, what, with those four guys in it? I'm
main
not
event.
Surprised. It could have absolutely been, never mind a takeover, it could have been, quite easily slotted in as SummerSlam main event.
And even the follow-up. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
All I am saying.
As soon as this broadcast is done, and when you guys are listening to it, because we're recording ever so slightly ahead of being live this week.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I will be watching it. So next week we will discuss it at length, no doubt. But anyway, with regards to NXT, the news that we do have, you will already be aware of.
Yeah.
We might as well do it now, since we're talking about the black and gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are afraid that we have got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
And some good news.
Or to put on my Professor Farnsworth voice, bad news, everyone.
And followed by good news, everyone.
I used to be able to do that impression really well, and now we're live on air. That was possibly the worst I've ever done it. Apologies.
It's actually good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
As well.
Yes.
Would you care to mention the bad news first?
Well, the bad news, from the point of view of those who are regular viewers to NXT, is due to personal health reasons, Mauro Ronaldo has left NXT.
Yes.
Fair play to him. He's documented in the past, frequently and thoroughly, that he struggles with his mental health.
Yep.
And frankly, if leaving means he is going to be doing better as a person, I'm all for it. Yes, we'll miss his commentary, but not at the expense of his mental well-being. So,
couldn't say that better myself.
Whatever you choose to do in the future, Mauro Ronaldo, we're 100% behind you.
100%. However, who could fill that gap?
Well, that is where I'm afraid I've got some interesting news for you.
Yeah.
Because the person they have picked to fill that gap on a permanent basis is Mike Adamle.
What?
I jest. I just wanted to hear your reaction.
Just no. Just no. Just don't go there.
You're making me crazy, Kofi. I forgot.
I could probably do a full episode just on that one person.
Somewhere down the line, if it's a slow news week, we probably will. But anyway, no, you'll be pleased to hear it is not him, it is not Johnny Ace, it is not JBL, it is not Todd Grisham. It is not Josh Matthews. It is not Taz. It
He's
is someone
AEW.
who has not previously had commentary experience in
Wait,
North
he has?
America. I'd just like
Yes.
to clarify that.
I
It
like
is
that. I like that.
Who has done commentary on this side of the pond for the short-lived attempt at reanimating the corpse of World of Sport. Oh, wait, no, hang on. WOS. We weren't officially legally allowed to call it World of Sport.
You can. I thought we could.
Nobody did on the TV show.
No worries.
Anyway.
He did also World of Sport. He also briefly did some on What Culture Wrestling, also known as
Defiant
Yes.
Pro Wrestling.
Wow.
We are, of course, if you haven't worked it out yet, talking about Stu Sanders.
Really? You're going down that road?
What? I looked it up.
Have you broke your name, you know, your pronunciations of names again and going indie again?
No, the reason I did that is I'm just being a bit snarky because I looked it up the other day because I went to see what he was doing and why I hadn't seen the announcement. And
Yeah.
for reasons best known to the man himself,
Yeah.
I am blocked on Twitter by him. And I have no idea why. Never done anything to hurt the guy. I very much doubt he listens to The Burning Truth, so I have no idea what's going on. But you are blocked from looking at this person's tweet. What? What did I do? Who
He's
have
not
you got
blocked
me
for me.
confused with?
It's not blocked for me.
Well, exactly. So the point being, I can.
But then again, it could be
because-
it could be the fact that your initials is JB, maybe. Who knows? But anyway,
Hang on, no, you have to explain that. Why is that a problem?
it isn't. He might.
Oh,
he
no,
might. I'm just saying he might be upset with somebody by the name of JB.
I don't know. I was just wondering if maybe he had like a online feud with Jeremy Borash that I didn't know about, and he got confused or something. I have no idea.
Maybe he could be upset with a previous name that you might have gone under.
I have only ever gone under one name on Twitter, but nevertheless, that's not the point.
Yeah. But anyway,
We are talking about Wade Barrett.
Mister, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yes, bad news, Barrett. King bad news.
And are you ready for this?
Probably not, but go ahead.
We've got some better news. Yes, he was supposedly only meant to be only there for 1 week. Nope, it changed to 2 weeks to the Super Tuesdays NXT.
Yep.
However, rumour has it that Vince McMahon wants Barrett.
He's now got a hole to fill thanks to the leaving of Ronaldo, and boom, into it falls.
We're not talking. No.
So why would he not?
No. We're not talking commentary. We are talking wrestling.
Well, that's good news because honestly, the way he left last time, under what to the outside world appeared to be a cloud because of lack of creative freedom and, from my perception at least, the crap gimmicks they kept putting him in.
Mm-hmm.
If Vince McMahon is interested in bringing him back, bloody marvellous. Although, he's a good commentator, but what everyone forgets is...
He's an amazing wrestler.
He's an amazing wrestler, and NXT is not shy of commentators because...
Yeah.
What's his name? Tom Phillips, for one.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other guy that sometimes covers for them, who also does NXT UK on occasion.
Yes.
He
is coming back.
Yes.
He was quietly
also
let
Beth
go.
Phoenix, and there is also everyone's favourite beer brand.
Beer brand?
You know, Nigel McWorthington's Cream Flow. Damn.
Actually, he
Nigel
was
McCarlsberg.
No.
Damn it.
We are speaking none other than Nigel McGuinness. However, Nigel McGuinness was actually let go.
What?
He was briefly let go during that Black Weekend. I'm not mistaken.
See.
However, He has been stated he is coming back, and there is speculation of him being on the NXT UK brand for sure. There's a possibility of him coming back to the NXT brand properly as well. Now, which is very, very interesting.
Yes.
But then again, one person turned around in the States, if they don't put Wade Barrett on in the ring, that'd be an interesting commentary team.
Barrett and McGuinness on the same commentary team.
Yes.
Yes.
Or would that be all too British?
No, because they'd have Beth Phoenix in the middle trying to keep the peace.
Be interesting, though.
It really would. Needless to say, that would be great, and I'd like to see that happen. But
in that, who'd be the play-by-play?
Yeah, that's a good question.
But anyway. All I'll say is that is something I am massively interested in finding out.
Yes.
Stu Bennett / Wade Barrett is somebody that Vince McMahon is wanted to come back. He could end up slipping straight either into the Intercontinental scene or the US Championship scene. More so the Intercontinental Championship scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
since I can't see Vince bringing him back just to feed him to Lashley. No offence. I think he's better than that.
However, somebody else is getting fed to possibly having a feud with Lashley.
And who would that
possibly be? And he's making a name for himself. But anyway, let's continue with the... shall we segue into Raw just briefly? Because we just covered the NXT stuff.
I think we probably should. There was something else I was going to say about NXT.
Right.
That was vaguely relevant, but I can't remember what it was. So let's do
Doesn't
Raw,
matter.
and I'll probably remember it and just blurt it out randomly in the middle of the Raw stuff,
Right.
since that's generally how I roll.
Two things for Raw. One is the fact that the person who could end up fighting Lashley, because Vince McMahon is massively high on this idea,
yes,
is somebody's son.
Hold on.
Enter
Randy
Dominic.
Orton Jr. is not old enough to be a wrestler yet.
Enter Dominic Mysterio.
But of course.
Dominic Mysterio is making a name for himself. And they are getting very, very high on him and are interested in seeing what magic they can make with Lashley. Because Lashley does really well against guys that are able to do high flying. And it could end up setting the tone on, making a career.
It could indeed.
Which, who knows, could it lead to a US Championship run for Dominic?
Potentially. Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting, but that's a bit of rumour corner. A little bit of rumour corner. Also...
Yeah.
Are you ready for this last piece of news?
I'm not. Is this more rumour corner regarding
This
Raw?
is not rumour corner.
Oh no, that and the almighty soapbox, the size of WrestleMania stage, is to come. But first, go on. More Raw news.
Right, Retribution.
Is that the bunch of randomly all dressed in black people with balaclavas on, who we haven't got a clue who they are, but there's about 4 million of the bastards, and they keep taking over?
Yeah.
Right.
It is now no longer on SmackDown. They are exclusive to Raw.
As if that matters, but okay. Is there a reason for that particularly?
No reason. Supposedly the ratings are going down during them segments.
Probably because
they didn't want it on both brands.
The leader is probably supposed to be a Raw person. Who knows anymore?
But people are slowly but surely losing the will to even be caring.
Yeah, they just basically need the leader to reveal themselves. If nothing else, even if they just keep, much like how they unveiled the rest of Legado del Fall Asleep months after everyone stopped caring about the guys in lucha masks ambushing people in vans, and we'd all since stopped caring. We got the leader, and the rest of them were like, oh, it's them, who cares? You know what I mean? That was too late. but they need to reveal the leader to keep anyone interested in any interest anyone has left.
Oh, one person.
Yeah, just even if he's not, that turns out not to be the leader, just unmask one person and have them be the spokesman.
Yeah, done.
And in a non-wrestling capacity, for the love of God, let it be CM Punk, just because even if he doesn't want to get in the ring and fight, there are still very few people who can out-talk him.
It's not happening.
I know it's not, but it's just one of my little wish list things. I'd like to see it happen, even if he just comes back, as I said, purely as a stand in the ring and talk, and then hightail it to the commentary booth as soon as any actual fighting happens.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because he's still one of the best talkers in the business, even if he doesn't want to be physical anymore.
No, I just think he's just done with WWE for the time being.
Pretty sure that he is, but, it was just one of them.
But anyway.
Anyway, yeah, just unveil one person and end the torture. That's all they
need. You know it's bad when you got little segments on Raw where you've got them attacking a team. You've got them attacking, I believe, the tag team champs against their number one contenders, which is Andrade and I'm trying to remember his name.
Andrade and the other guy, the other Mexican who looks identical to Andrade. I've got his name on the tip of my tongue as well. Angel Garza.
That's it, Angel Garza, right? It's bad, right? They do remember when they turn up, Andrade's left in the ring with Selena Vega, and Vega's outside the ring. Angel Garza decides to slip out, take his date, whisk her out of the arena, out the back entrance, while his own
folks.
No. And have his own tag team partner get absolutely hammered and creamed by Retribution, and Selena Vega get even attacked by the women of Retribution as well.
Yes.
And I like the idea that you had Andrade having to team up with the tag team champs.
Yeah.
To try and take them on, but they got actually outmanned, out pummeled.
Yeah.
To then have Angel Garza with his day talking with the side. Ooh, it's so interesting. Thank you for saving me. For then Retribution suddenly appears from the opposite side of the corridor through a door where where one of them throws a hand completely against the wall while there's three others looking in that direction. Then the camera shift back for Angel Garza's date to still be there, and Angel Garza's missing, and then another runner for then the date to follow and run.
Confusing.
And it's like, really?
This is like one of those sort of, are you actually trying to undermine this entire faction before it's even started?
Oh, it's gone. It's already undermined. Because you're making comedy things out of a serious situation, right? If that was me, if that was WWE and I'm a writer, I wouldn't be saying, oh, let's put something funny in there, let's do this, let's do that.
No.
I would be legitimately...
literally wipe everyone out. Undisputed Era style. There's no comedy here.
I wouldn't just be doing that.
In the backstage skits when it's just them. When they're facing anyone else...
Yeah.
Just destruction. That's how you get them over.
On top of that, how are they getting in each week, and why haven't the roster fought against them or stopped them? And also,
where is this mysterious extra locker room that 40 people are hiding in, completely unnoticed by the roster? It just doesn't stand up to scrutiny in the slightest.
My point exactly. Realism. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Suspension of disbelief. Fail.
It's one of them. It just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. Where's my monster? Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll snap back out
I see what you're doing there. I'm going to say no more, but I just get your point.
Yep.
If you need me, I'll be helping Akira Tozawa read some voodoo spells in Booker T's Room of Candles, and I'll come back when you've finished.
No. I'm already back. It just doesn't make sense. It just kills the entire lot. Either start revealing somebody now, or literally either drop the angle. Oh, wait. Maybe. Is this Retribution meant to be the continuation of the so-called hacky?
Well, even if they do make it up to that really tenuously,
do you know what they're
at
gonna...
least that would make it make a fraction of sense.
Do you know what makes it even worse? They haven't even brought up the hacker. Oh, they haven't brought up the hacker. And nobody's even clued up and said, I wonder if Retribution is part of that hacker thing. That would make it interesting.
Having had weeks and weeks, and I've just had an off-the-cuff idea. Having had weeks and weeks and weeks of big groups of skinny people wearing all black, but every time you see the gap between their bottom of their balaclava and the top of their t-shirt, you can see their necks. You can see they're all clearly skinny and white.
Some of them.
I've just thought of a way to save Retribution in a comedy way.
What?
Introduce the new leader of Retribution, Keith Lee. It was me all along. Never mind how. I'm here now. You care about me. I'm awesome. Therefore, you care about them.
Bask in your glory.
Bask in their glory, for they are unstoppable.
No.
And limitless.
No,
it wouldn't work. But it's only as implausible as whatever they're probably actually going to do.
Yeah, but anyway.
That's the stupid thing. That's no sillier than how it's going to play out. I absolutely put money on that.
Let's get back to what we were originally meant to be planning to talk about.
Yes, because we have sidetracked somewhat.
Yeah. But anyway, unfortunately, we know one thing that isn't happening on there's two things that has happened on Raw as well. Massively well. Not actually on Raw. 2 Raw wrestlers have gone.
To another tag team. Former champions have followed #FTR, the revival, out the door.
Yes.
And for me, it's a massive loss because we did speculate on this very broadcast a few weeks ago that a certain Mr. Heel Roman Reigns might want to form the Shield 2.0 with these two individuals. We were quite happy about that, and we would have liked to see it happen, but it ain't gonna now.
No, because what makes it even worse is they got released.
Yeah, they got released just after one of them was cleared from a bicep injury.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
Which is unfortunate. So, unfortunately, there is going to be no Shield 2.0 involving AOP. Notice what I said. Notice what I just said there, though, ladies and gentlemen, because I'll be continuing that conversation in Rumour Corner.
Yes. It's up to you to work out what you think we might be following on with from that. But
anyway,
AOP have been released. We wish them well in their future endeavours. I was discussing this with GPW commentator Kev the other day on social media, and he doesn't think they've got a high enough name value to appear in AEW.
No. Nope.
And I tend to agree with him, so I know what I think might happen.
Impact?
Sanity 2.0. Backup for new Impact World Heavyweight Champion Eric Young.
Yeah.
I know there's no sense to that if you go back to NXT and
Doesn't make sense.
AOP spent ages of time fighting against Sanity, but it's a different promotion.
I was gonna say what alternative name they were going to use for Razor. It can't be the Blade because unfortunately AEW have got that.
Knowing if they do turn up in Impact Wrestling, it'll be something devastatingly frightening and death specific and sharp. It'll probably be the pencil sharpener.
Or sharp. Oh my god, it's Sharp!
Sharpie! He's got a new gimmick as a guy that colours people in.
Anyway, we digress. But anyway, it looks like AOP are out the door, so we'll have to wait and see what comes in.
We look forward
anyway,
with interested, bated breath to see where they go next.
let's get to SmackDown.
Let's.
Because we've got a lot to cover here.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the women's tag team division?
A little bit of a joke, bearing in mind it's got 3 serious teams in it, and they're trying to split one of them up. Technically, they're trying to split 2 of them up.
No, have.
Well, they have split one of them up, and
Nope.
the other one will follow. Sure. No, the other one is going to follow.
Nope. They have.
Yes, I know. They have already split up the 4 Iconics.
Just fuck off.
So, folks, they've already split them up, which makes no sense because Vince is apparently putting all his weight behind Peyton Michaels.
Peyton Royce.
And therefore Billy Giannetti will fall into obscurity.
Possibly.
Or it'll backfire and they'll both fall into obscurity. Either is equally possible.
Possible.
But they've split them up. They constantly tease that they are splitting Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And the current champs. The last time I watched the main roster, I'm aware that was like pre-payback. That may have changed.
They lost them.
Sorry?
They lost them.
Yeah, that figures. The former champs are, oh boy, are they splitting up.
Oh no, correction. They have split up.
Yes.
Especially after the rematch that happened on SmackDown.
Yes.
What makes it even more painful is how the match built up. The match itself was good. I like the story that they told that Sasha did something and ended up hurting a leg.
Yep.
And then throughout the match, she was trying her best on one leg to take on the champs, who, even with both damn legs, are not going to be easy to overcome.
You need both legs working to even have a fighting chance against those pair, especially if, and all credit to WWE for this, they're keeping them on the same page and they're not having them snipe constantly, which would have just made things even more annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, which is Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Yes.
And this time around in this match, the way they finished the match, neither Bayley or Sasha could have blamed each other for the pinfall victory.
Which is very interesting, because doubtless Bayley will blame Sasha for it and pour more fuel on the fire.
Oh, no, definitely is going to be blaming Sasha.
Yeah.
Because the finish, Shayna Baszler was completely out. You've got Nia Jax on the second rope.
Yes.
Both Bayley and Sasha getting up. Flying crossbody.
To both of them.
Yes.
Yes. So it's neither of them's fault. They both got flattened.
1, 2, 3.
Your winners and still.
Yes. But referees did a medical come down, check up on Sasha with a knee, and Bayley's going, no, I'll help her up, just as she gets her up. No, it doesn't happen then. Just as she goes for let her out of the ring, gets on the outskirts, a vicious attack right there and then.
Yeah.
The timing of the attack was amazing.
Perfectly done. Just goes to show what both of them will do in the if they're allowed to.
When I mean perfectly done, when you think they're going to do it, they didn't do it. Just when you think they're not going to do it, they do it.
Yes.
Who gets?
It's one of them rare, okay, give WWE, give the devil their due. They know what they're doing with this. And they've actually done the right thing this time. And everything about that was perfect.
They double pulled the rug on us.
Yes.
Just
they
when you
literally pulled it, let us stand up just long enough to regain our composure and go, I meant to do that, and then pulled it again.
It's like a little tug, we're teasing you. Okay, you can sit
Stand
down.
up,
No!
straighten the tie, pick up the glass that did have a drink in it. I meant to do that. It's fine. Boom. Over you go again. Straight on your ass a second time.
Straight away. And then there was one mistake with it.
Well, nothing's
Bayley,
perfect. Go on, what
Bayley
was it?
is attacking Sasha, who's got a bad leg.
Yes.
If she's got a bad leg, an injured leg, if she's going to bring a chair in and open the chair and do the whole leg thing, put it on the leg that's injured.
Say that.
What?
Oh, don't worry. Just my filthy mind. Move on.
If you're going to get the chair, put it on her leg that is injured, not her head.
Yes,
Although
okay,
the spot,
we understand.
although
Round
the
neck
spot
is brutal and vicious,
still brutal.
but she's got an injured leg. Focus on that.
Because, yes, you knocked her out, you can say it, but at least then, if you take the leg out, you could turn around and say you ended her career. You ended her career on your terms.
Yes.
You can still say the same with the round her neck, but it just... You just switch from one body part to the other, which didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Where's my monster? I mean, back in the room.
Yeah,
Back in the room.
It is gonna. You are gonna get the ultimate Gorilla Monsoon moment when the inevitable match comes. Now,
yeah.
She made a lot of doctors look foolish who said she would never again step in the squared circle. Sorry, I can't help with the Marty Jannetty references today.
Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Anyway,
Yes.
point being is...
Right. Oh my God, are we on Rumour Corner now?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're not. We've just got Bayley and Sasha out the way. Let's build up to the main event of the SmackDown side.
Yes, the main event featuring SmackDown of Honor.
Right.
And Jay Briscoe's got his customary title shot.
No. We'll get to that in a minute.
Wrong Jay.
We'll get to that in a minute. We are talking the Commander-in-Chief of SmackDown. We are talking...
the day when they were just called commissioners or possibly general managers. What Commander-in-Chief... What pontificating self-congratulatory crap is that?
That wasn't the general manager.
Oh.
That is a new nickname. That is a new nickname, so we can stop hearing Michael Cole saying damn well, fucking big dog.
Oh. You're talking about Dean Ambrose. Shit, no you're not.
No.
Damn, let him slip through our fingers. Damn
Wrong
it.
one.
Damn it, the other one.
It's set up.
No,
Not that one.
Not the one who left, not the one who thinks he's Jesus, the other one. The third wheel. The nice guy who's not nice anymore. What's his bloody name?
The one who arrives, wrecks things, leaves. Arrives and wrecks.
What? No. Stone Cold was never a member of the Shield.
Right? No. We are talking about Roman Reigns. And if you want a small laugh, right? During this week, people found out that WWE have literally got copyright of a new slogan.
Uh-oh.
Which was...
What, another one to go in immediately straight in the garbage bin with, "You'll never see it coming," and "out of nowhere."
No. Which was, turn up, win it. Turn up and win it.
Did it say it? The photograph I only saw was partially obscured. It looked like the T-shirt simply said "turn up and win."
Yeah, turn up and win.
Yeah.
Was the slogan on the T-shirt. Well, and people thought, oh, what's this going to be? Is this going to be actually, or is this going to be another T-shirt? And on SmackDown, you got Roman Reigns in a turn up and win T-shirt. Why? To absolutely take the piss out of what he did at Payback.
Yes.
He basically Lesnar back at Payback, but then took the mickey out of it by having a T-shirt that says "Turn up and win," and literally decreed, "I said to you, I would sign the contract and win the match. And
guess what?
destroy.
I'm a pro wrestling heel, so that's exactly what I did.
Destroyed Bray Wyatt and, the Monster Among Men.
Two of the greatest
monsters,
big guys and monsters in WWE history.
And
literally smashed under the wheels of the bus. Both destroyed.
Well. One of them hit with chairs severally and a spear, and the other one speared and kicked in the balls.
Interestingly, I wonder how they're going to reboot Bray Wyatt's character this time. Where else can he go?
We'll have to wait and see when he comes back.
Well, they killed the original character and he came back with
Fiend.
What we've just seen. What can possibly...
I think he's going to come back through somebody else.
Oh.
A certain female. But
Sister
anyway,
Abigail? Whoever that may end up being.
Potentially. I can see Sister Abigail coming back, but not be Bray.
Oh.
Yes.
You're thinking You're thinking the Black Sheep.
No. I was thinking the female. I'm thinking...
No, I mean... I thought you meant, like, accompanying with said person. No.
No.
Oh, you think that they genuinely want said person to...
turn into?
Take
into account...
They want the blue blazer. They want... Yes.
No.
There, but we want you to forget that he was originally called Husky Harris.
No. I can see Alexa Bliss becoming Sister Abigail. Because take into account, every person says everybody changes. Now, the change that she's made is not a small one. It's a drastic one. And changing back and forth all the time. What's to say that she isn't possessed by Sister Abigail?
It's possible. You know what would make more sense? You know what would make more sense based on her NXT character? Which they kind of ditched the moment she came to the main roster. A former tag team partner of Alexa's would be much better. To a small Scottish psychopath?
I have no idea what you're on about.
Who is Alexa's tag team partner and from Scotland and female and throughout her NXT run was portrayed as a spanner short of a picnic?
No, I don't think so. I think Alexa will be better at it because as much as you're thinking that, the one thing that she's been better, Nikki Cross has been better, is conveying that massive worry.
No, I simply think that they can use this as a dual layered thing. They can be like, yes, Sister Abigail is the spirit which inhabits Alexa Bliss sometimes, but crazy mad Nikki Cross is the one controlling it.
No.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see where they go and how far wide of the mark that is.
Because Nikki is coming across more of a favourite, that much of a favourite. I can't see her as a heel right now. I can't see her as heel.
Fair enough.
But anyway,
we're digressing massively.
But anyway,
we need to
back onto the subject to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman is absolutely genius. Yes. The fact that you've then got him turning around saying he does exactly what he wants. Even his interaction with Jey Uso. Where have you been? I've been texting you all week. I've been busy. Ooh. He's not even answering his own phone to his own family.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's cold.
Dig, that is cold.
That's cold. And then you got Big E, who's in a fatal four-way later on, getting taken out by Sheamus.
Yes.
Right.
Just as an aside, by the way.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose is AEW World Heavyweight... Sorry, John Moxley is AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns is WWE Universal Champion.
Yeah.
About the chosen one of the Shield. Yeah, shut up, sit over there and pretend to be Jesus. Feud with a famous luchador's son and then your Australian disciple. Shut up. No, just take it or leave it. He must be kicking himself right now.
No, he isn't, because he's probably building up to have time off soon. Because he is going to be a dad, or did you forget that?
No, I didn't, but I didn't honestly think that he was going to be taking, more than your traditional paternity leave that you're allowed of 6 weeks at best.
No, rumour has it that he's actually asked for time off, additional time off, to rest up some injuries, and he's been given it, supposedly.
Well, that's fair enough then, but anyway. Moving on.
By Vince McMahon himself.
Yes, no, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Let's get back to the Universal Champion.
Right, Roman then turns around and says, Jay's always got my back. And then literally says, put him in the match. Otherwise, I ain't fighting any of your number contenders. Ooh. And what made it even so interesting is that happened, you've got Baron Corbin, I know, but, the person you say King Boring,
yeah,
turns around and says, why would you put him in the match? Isn't that nepotism? Roman wants Jey Uso in the match.
Yes, it can be accused of being that boring, yes, but also, shut up and go and stand in the corner, you lanky waste of a King of the Ring gimmick.
What makes it worse, and I'm going to have to say this, I can see why they got Baron Corbin to say that, because it does look bad. But at the same time, then that match happens later on.
Yes.
And it looked like it's a Sheamus Dawn Deal win. But it doesn't happen.
At first, but then since he came back, it looked like that's where they were going.
It then shifts over to the original Bro to get the win. Then all of a sudden, out of complete, utter shock and left field, Jey Uso gets the win.
And boom, Jay Briscoe is the number one contender
for
the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion.
Wrong, Jay.
Oh, shit, sorry. The parallels are startling. I keep getting confused.
No, but the difference is, as I will say, Jey Uso, as number one contender, in that match, looked legit. He looked amazing. He looked good. He looked the part.
Genuine and slightly concerning question now.
Yep.
Is his brother in rehab?
I think his brother's possibly either having some time off or he could be on the mend. At the moment, we don't know. But even so, this was good for Jey Uso because you look at it and you think...
because it paints him outside of the tag team specialist box that he's been in pretty much his whole career, so it can't do him any harm.
It didn't.
If, as you say, he put in a 5-star performance, then all the better.
It looked really, really good. He looked really solid with Baron Corbin. He looked strong with Sheamus. He looked strong with the original Bro, Matt Riddle. But
yes.
Riddle. But anyway, the point being is, it looked natural, and it was good. Now, the problem I've got here now in this moment in time is, I feel a little bit sorry for one person right now.
Would that be a certain person whose initial is also that of a very illegal drug?
What are you on about?
Former NXT champion, Big Q. I mean, Big E.
No. There's one person who I feel sorry for right now. Big E, I think, will come back later. I can see him down, possibly heading for WrestleMania, but that's for Rumour Corner later.
That's for Rumour Corner in a minute. Yeah, anyway, okay, so who do you feel sorry for?
And this is the person you think you'd least expect me to feel sorry for.
Seriously, not Baron Boring.
Yeah, Baron Corbin.
Why?
I feel sorry for him because he's got the size. He had the hair. He had the badass entrance music. And he still couldn't get damn well over it because it was boring.
And now he's got no hair, and now he's just a boring bald bloke who spouts drivel unconvincingly, and no one cares.
But outside of wrestling, he is supposedly meant to be one of the nicest people you'll ever know. And a lot of people speak highly of him and say he is somebody who will go out of his way. That I can commend in that side. The problem,
I have no issue with that. I'm quite pleased. He's a nice guy. That's good. That's commendable.
I feel sorry for him because he does a lot of work outside to help the wrestling business. From the rumour side of it, and it just seems like he's not being able to portray to get over.
Well, I think.
Might I suggest something?
Sorry?
Might I suggest something?
I can suggest 2 simple words to counteract the fact that everyone in WWE is currently doing the opposite. Face turn.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Turn him face and let him show his humane side. Yes. I know ages ago, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon said, "Ooh, natural heel there. Dude, you've ran it to the ground now."
It's literally the case where he cannot get over without something changing. So, do you remember those entertaining 6 months where, despite everyone going, seriously, the dude wakes up every morning and just makes himself ever so slightly more of a heel. He is a heel. What the fuck are you doing? When The Miz got himself over as a face, let him try. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, don't even get me started on what happened this week with them pair.
What? Everyone's favourite former Intercontinental Champion and now tag team.
Just don't get me started.
I don't intend to, but anyway, the point is, no one thought The Miz could get over as a face. He managed it, so let Corbin try. He can't get any less over than he is now.
Correct. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that subject. But anyway,
which is fun.
I'm just going to have to go back to The Miz for a reason. Miz was a bit snarky this week and actually produced something that was quite funny.
Let me guess. Unintentionally funny.
No. Deliberately funny.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What did he do?
Them pair had a match against Heavy Machinery.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah?
Just as an aside, are WWE going to shoehorn in a reason for Heavy Machinery's Otis to have his Money in the Bank briefcase and maybe put him in the world title picture anytime before the next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, next June, next year? Or are they just going to leave him carrying the briefcase around like a tag team specialist who just happens to have it?
Let me finish what I was just about to say, and you'll see why you're about to say, I wish I didn't interrupt you.
All right, okay. Please continue.
Right. Otis decided because he was Mr. Money in the Bank, he also bought a Mr. Money in the Bank lunchbox.
I see.
Right.
Figures.
In the match, the tag match, you got the briefcase in his corner with the lunchbox. Miz gets beat by Otis with the caterpillar and his version of the Vader bomb.
Yep.
Which, as you hear from the commentary table, he'll kill him! From Corey Graves. He's gonna kill him!
Yes.
Right. Lands on him. Gets the pin. While the pin happens, and he's celebrating the ring, Morrison stole the Money in the Bank contract briefcase.
What, as in, didn't pin him for it or anything, just took the physical briefcase and ran away?
Took the physical briefcase and legged it.
Okay. Has no one told John Morrison, who I think they have, because I think he's participated in Money in the Bank matches before, that's not how you win it?
Wait. And we got Miz looking at Morrison like, what the hell, dude? You got Otis and Tucker looking a bit cross with Morrison for stealing the briefcase, but Otis looking less panicky than Tucker.
Yes.
Why is Otis not worried?
Um,
Get to the locker room. Chuck is going, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And everything. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find Morris and Miz with your briefcase. They've gone. I'm really sorry. And Otis just go, don't worry about it.
Right.
And Tucker
So
just
far,
go,
so confusing.
and Tucker go, what do you mean? I don't have the contract in there. What? What do you mean it's not in there? He then lifts up that lunchbox I mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah.
The little box thing. Opens it up with the contract on the inside of it.
In the lunchbox.
In the lunchbox.
Okay.
For then Tucker just literally just go, well, if that's there, what's in your briefcase? Oh, yeah! To go to the briefcase, and Morris is like, I can't believe I've got it behind. And Miz just literally crosses arms, looking at Morris and just goes, you do realise that doesn't make you miss the money in the bank? I don't care, it's in my possession. 9/10 of the law.
So, yeah, so far, so what I said. Yeah, okay. Can I just possibly preempt this by guessing what's going to happen?
Go on.
Was Otis's lunch in the Money in the Bank briefcase? Because it's bigger than the lunchbox. Did Miz find himself in possession of a 4-foot-long meatball sub?
For then, Morrison open up and Miz just go, just great. You're now the proud owner of Otis's lunch.
Yeah.
To which point, somehow, as he does it, you see Morrison pulling out a stapler, some papers, some pens, and a sandwich. At which point, he's about to bite the sandwich, and Miz just goes, don't you dare. That's how comedy is done, folks.
Do you know what? That is how comedy's done, because that is genius. That, you know, and it just goes to show who knew
Yeah.
John Morrison can actually be funny.
It was just absolutely, I almost wet myself laughing.
Because, yeah. Wow.
That's comedy gold. But anyway,
Yes.
we've talked about heel Roman Reigns. We've talked about the number one contender Jey Uso. We've had the good news, the bad news of NXT. We've had Shield 2.0 go diminished, or have we? We've also had Bayley and Sasha. We're now at Rumor Corner, ladies and gentlemen.
Brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Soapbox City. Yeah, you know the one. It's 10 miles down the road from Suplex City.
Yeah, right.
Brace
Rumors,
yourselves.
rumors.
This is the bit of the show this week that may contain the frequent and oft-repeated strong language. So if that is something that you're not overly interested in, if you want to turn off, that's fine. But bear in mind, you've been warned.
Correct. But anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Rumours. Right. The rumour has it that Seth Rollins is going to be taking some time out, as we've already covered. And the fact that, with them being a dad soon to, with Becky Lynch, being a proud parent with Becky Lynch, and also resting some time off. Now, Bobby Lashley is rumoured to be going up against, Dominic Mysterio.
That could be interesting.
Which straight away says to me, because Vincent McMahon is massively high on Dominic. And Dominic seems to be getting numbers in lately.
That's brilliant. Good. We've got a new star.
True.
Is it
but
just me that wishes that from day one they'd actually designed him a version of the mask that's just a little bit different to Ray's and actually kept him behind the mask?
No, I just want them to take the damn hoodie off that top, which I think they look like they've now glued it to the back of his top now, so it doesn't flip up and down. Thank God.
That's use. They just put a piece of Velcro on it or something, so that when it's down, it can be stuck down.
No, I think that's what they've done. They've got it so it stays down now. But the point being is, he had an absolute excellent match against Seth, and I'm looking forward to seeing the match between Seth and don't call him Buddy Murphy, which is coming down in the future. And Murphy's is looking like he's going to be taking out Seth Rollins.
Well, as you just stated, Rollins is potentially having an extended leave of absence, so it would make sense to have someone, step up in his absence.
Correct.
And Murphy is more than capable.
Right. Let's get to the major rumour. Roman Reigns.
Roman, arrive, raise hell, leave. God damn it, Reigns.
No, arrive, wreck everybody, leave. Anyway, let's get back to it. Roman.
Arrive and drive, Roman Reigns.
No.
Get your BMW 7 Series now for $49 a month.
I just hope that they've got Michael Cole dropping the big dog name now.
I bloody
Do
hope
not
so,
let Michael Cole say
as annoying as
it is
saying that thing that he says before every single RKO ever, as if we haven't twigged yet.
From out of nowhere!
Out of the same pool of desperate predictability that 9/10 of Michael Cole's phoned-in commentary comes from.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, Roman Reigns, new nickname.
Yep. I believe it was the Commander-in-Chief?
I believe so, yes.
That, I can get on with it. Just don't kill it, Michael Cole. Don't kill it. I don't want another, I bet you haven't seen that coming again. Fuck off, Michael Cole.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. Every time.
He doesn't pander to WWE's basest needs, he's actually quite a good commentator. It's just, so often these days, he just phones it in on autopilot, and when he does that, he's like sub Josh Matthews level of annoying.
No, I think he's even more annoying than Josh Matthews when he's doing the whole big dog thing. Oh look, It's the big dog, oh big dog, big dog.
It's almost, by God, JR levels of predictable.
No, but by God, at least that when that does, it's in a shocking moment. When he's doing a shocking moment, it's a big dog. That's just his damn entrance. Spear from the big dog.
Yeah, it's. Well, no. Do you know the thing that jars nearly as badly is going back to what we started at the start of the show? Mauro Ronaldo's attempts at churning out the same catchphrases over and over again to please the WWE description of what a commentator apparently should be.
Oh my belief.
Just Mamma Mia or whatever else he used to say.
I'm fine with Mamma Mia.
No, but it's just the fact that he obviously felt that what a WWE commentator does is say the same things over and over again, and he's just so much better than that. He
is, but the difference is it's okay having a slogan for like an "Oh my God," for "By God, I can't believe that happened" moments. But when it's an entrance of a person, it shouldn't be the big dog. That doesn't scream nepotism more than anything, because you're saying, yeah, we know who the fan favourite is, who WWE are pushing right now, because Michael Cole keeps preaching big dog every 5 damn well seconds he turns up in the ring.
Yes.
Oh look, he's up against the big dog. The big dog got the win. Call him by his fucking name. Sorry.
No, I completely understand. I'm 100% with you.
Anyway, we sidetracked into a separate rant there.
Just a little bit, yeah, but...
From the original rant. That is to come. Rumour has it that Roman Reigns could end up being switched from SmackDown to Raw, and from Raw to SmackDown, Drew, which could actually introduce some unique matchups.
Absolutely. It's one of those things, like when they did it with John Cena and Batista. Everything was getting a little bit sort of, we've seen all this before, and it would just freshen everything up quite spectacularly.
Personally, I don't want them to do that anytime soon, because of one of the other rumours, but I'll get to that shortly.
Okay.
Right?
I'll bear that in mind.
The reason why the rumour is that they're switching them over is because they can have Seth and Roman on the same brand. Why is that? Because they might be bringing back a Shield again. Now, a lot of people are thinking, well, they can't have the Shield because one of them's on AEW.
Because one of them is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Correct. And the rumour has it that they could be filling in a third spot. Now, some people are rumoured to saying that the third spot could end up going to Brock Lesnar for a short time.
Those people who say that are insane and need mental help.
No, if that does happen, that would be an absolute devastating team.
Seriously, Brock, the 21st century Bad News Brown, I don't play well with others, go away, it's just me against the world, Lesnar, in a faction. Can they not see how that doesn't work?
For then him get greedy and take from the title.
Well, actually, no. I would say for him to get greedy and try. And half when he doesn't get it.
Which is the rumour that could be one feud that they're going down. The other one that is that
we all need Reigns versus Lesnar 57.
And the other rumour is that Lesnar comes back pissed off, especially even with Paul Heyman, saying, "Why the hell have you got him on your books? He's my enemy." And then try to slaughter him. Another way of getting into Reigns versus Lesnar again.
Yeah, which we don't need.
This rumour I want to happen, which is Roman to possibly stay on SmackDown, or if he does transfer to Raw, for this person to come back to fight Roman. But the question is, if he does this, the way he's going to be doing it, he could end up leaving his group behind.
His group?
His faction. His boys. While he's been temporarily taken out like his boys. For a short time.
Okay.
Which is none other than Big E.
Big E in the Shield? No.
No. Personally...
Shield 2.0. No, I don't see that working.
Personally, I think Roman should stay on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Build up Big E. Big E either go into the Rumble or win the Rumble, or to fight, or if he doesn't win the Rumble, to literally fight Roman.
The Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yes.
That would be an epic match because they look like they were teasing it this week on SmackDown to then have him attacked, and then it's like, ooh, that's clever.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's much better. Big E winning the Royal Rumble is something I can get behind. It's not like the guy hasn't got 10 years of service to the company.
And he is a legitimate guy who's big enough to be able to have a dominant match with Roman. And that would be an absolute epic. A heel Roman, by the way.
Yes.
For my side. It just screams, take my money. However,
absolutely.
The last rumour I'm going to be mentioning, cue the box.
Polish it up real nice. Don't turn it sideways because Matt Burns needs to stand on it, and don't you dare even think about shoving it there because, hey, Matt Burns needs it. Step back. Give him the soapbox. Let him stand and take a deep breath. Away you go, Matt Burns.
There's somebody still on the WWE box.
Somebody still on WWE. Are we talking somebody who is like, I can't remember if we mentioned it off air or if we mentioned it earlier. Somebody hiding behind the pot plants at Titan Towers, JTG style?
No.
Or somebody who WWE have possibly legitimately forgotten they still employ?
No, they know they're still going to be employed. If they bring this person into it, I will deliberately record myself deleting my subscription from WWE Network.
And I may do likewise by the sounds of it, because there are very few things that you say that final about, like quitting WWE. This, by the way...
This isn't a ploy. This is
combined. We're both of the age now that we've been watching WWE since we were small kids. We're not old, but combined between the two of us, I would say probably 50 years of watching WWE. 25
for me,
each.
No, for me.
And you would
a lot of time I've said it as a joke. I've said it as a joke in the past. I quit WWE if this happens. I quit WWE if this happens.
I've said it in the past. The closest I ever came was about 6 months before they actually did it, and I was really glad I didn't because
Go on.
he was actually spectacularly good in the role, was when they first teased, about 6 months before they did it, I said, Edge as WWE champion, I'm not having that.
Right,
Happy
okay.
to be wrong on that occasion, but that was the closest I've ever come.
This is not going to be one of them moments.
This is genuinely going to be a case of if this happens, how do I watch AEW every week?
You basically buy a subscription. You pay for the Fight Network.
But that's what you.
I will change
that's what
over.
You're spending your WWE Network subscription money on is an AEW subscription. Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Easily.
That is really, really bad. Hold on. So I'm just thinking about this now. Is the person you're talking about JTG?
I wish.
You'd actually prefer that to this person. That's how bad this is.
Yeah.
Holy crapfish. I'm now scrolling through every single periphery nobody in WWE who they still employ. I'm going Kurt Hawkins. Nope, he's in TNA. Zack Ryder.
He's not a nobody either.
Zack Ryder. No, he's in AEW.
No, he's not a nobody either. It's a household name.
This is an absolute nobody, as in what?
He's a household name.
Oh, you mean the person you're talking about is a household name that would make you quit?
Yeah.
I've just had a horrible, horrible, horrible thought about who it might be.
He is somebody who has been on the top of the mountain.
Okay. It's not them then.
Go on.
Because my horrible thought then, which would probably make me do likewise,
Go on.
was a certain 21st century Jeff Jarrett.
I prefer that.
No, we don't want to walk with you. Walk your way to the P45 line and never darken our door again. Bye.
You ready?
So it's not Elias.
No. I prefer that.
Hold on. Oh, shit. I have a horrible feeling who it might be.
Go on.
He's been world champion before.
Yep.
Did he used to have the most fraudulent entrance music in history?
What do you mean by fraudulent?
Which made the claim, the laughable claim, that he was apparently perfection when he's anything but.
I prefer that.
Because that would make me quit, seriously.
I prefer that.
So, wow, okay. So this person...
It's actually somebody who killed him.
Here. This person is so terrible that the combined efforts...
It's not because he's so terrible.
Elias and
it's just
Dolph
the fact...
Ziggler are both preferable to this person.
Yes, because this person... He's had his time. He's had his push.
When you say been to the top of the mountain,
yeah,
you mean repeatedly and for like many, many years?
We are talking. He turns up, won the bout immediately in such short notice, and we are talking shortest matches lately.
Have we previously discussed him on this episode?
No. But he fought Brock.
You don't mean Brock Lesnar? No, thank God for that.
No, he fought him.
He fought Brock Lesnar? Oh, sweet, merciful Jesus, no. Are you talking about the man who came within an inch of killing The Undertaker?
Yes!
And who has literally had 3-minute matches because he's not physically capable of going it longer? Are you talking the man whose entrance has for 15 years been the most exciting part of his entire gimmick? Hello? Wow, that was a long silence. I actually thought I'd lost the connection there. Please don't do that again.
What do you think?
It's none other name very similar to, but not actually Iceberg.
Close enough.
Yes. As in, doing that would be like one hitting WWE. It would be terminal.
Pretty much. They're considering having Goldberg make a return at the Royal Rumble to win the Royal Rumble.
Yep, I have no words.
To then challenge Roman Reigns.
No!
To then, wait.
Oh!
To then challenge Roman Reigns for the belt. Where have we seen that matchup before?
I still have no words.
Wouldn't that be just them trying to rebring the old match that they had at last year's WrestleMania back to this year's?
What, you mean the four-sided, three-roped, 18 tons of garbage?
To have Goldberg versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I don't want that.
Nobody, except possibly Vince McMahon, wants that.
I don't want that because, for me, that is just an absolute burial of Big E, of the entire roster.
Okay, so of Roman Reigns, of the entire roster who work their asses off permanently and full time.
Oh, and supposedly to have Bill win.
Yeah, literally. There will be 2 videos posted on the Burning Truth YouTube channel in that instance. Yeah. One will be you cancelling your WWE Network subscription, and the other one will possibly, very well, be me.
Yeah.
Just for comedic effect, you know, we might put a GoFundMe up so you can tip me a $5 to buy a new one, but for comedic effect, I may smash up my Xbox in outrage.
It's just bad.
Because that's what I watch WWE Network on, just in case you didn't put 2 and 2 together there. Yeah, I cannot stress enough how much I don't want this to happen more than you don't.
Correct.
No, seriously, you know how much you don't want it to happen, yeah? I don't want it to happen more. I would honestly rather, right now, Triple H walk into the NXT locker room and go, you're winning the world title from Roman Reigns next week in under 3 minutes. And point at Joaquin Wilde.
Yeah.
That is how much I don't want that to happen. It
Or
will
Mendoza.
kill the company. No, nothing against Joaquin Wilde, the artist formerly known as DJZ, but yeah, he's not World Championship material.
Yeah.
Just like for 20 years, Bill Goldberg hasn't been.
He has?
No, he hasn't been World Championship caliber material. He hasn't been good enough. I know he has been World Champion. He hasn't been good enough to be, or he shouldn't have been considered as one.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Correct. The point being is
we have to find something else to do the Burning Truth about because, well, we won't be talking about WWE anymore.
Pretty much. We'll just switch to AEW.
You can talk about AEW, which you can watch, and I'll talk about people driving cars in circles very fast.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because that's how much we don't want this to happen. So, seriously, Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Mr. Hunter Hearst Paul Helmsley, don't do it!
Correct. As much as I would feel sorry for the mid-card, for WWE, I just feel as though that would just be crapping on your talents from a great height to say, all that says to me is that WWE cannot move on to the next generation. You've got nobody lined up for the next generation. You are having to take you are taking 2 steps back to then take 4 steps back. Because you can't...
No, it's literally not even 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. It's 2 steps back, 4 steps back, and then another million steps back.
It's literally, you are pushing Roman. Great. And to make it even weirder, do you know the rumour why Roman's back as a heel?
Why?
Because Vince McMahon caved.
Actually caved?
To Roman.
Because Roman's been asking for it.
Begging.
He's literally begging for it since...
Yeah?
Since John Moxley got so sick of begging for it for himself that he went, fuck this shit, and left the company.
Remember that time off he had?
Yep.
Vince possibly caved in because he didn't want to keep saying no to Roman. He wanted his star back and said, "Yes, we'll turn you heel just to get him back and get the ratings up."
And unfortunately for Vince, he's blown it out the water so spectacularly they can't flip him back now. They just can't.
You've paired him with Heyman. Job done. Correct de facto. I'm looking at Roman right now as a legitimate world champion and a dominant force.
Yes.
To be reckoned with.
But seriously, anyone.
That is good. Wait. He reminds me of a Brock Lesnar, but actually he's going to be there every fucking week.
Yes. No, but seriously, anyone in that company. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Bang. Heel and over. Both
and
guaranteed.
I am the special guidance counselor.
Doesn't
advisory.
Matter who he then says, I am that of.
Yes.
Seriously, he could come out and say John Cena. Bang. John Cena's
heel.
instant heel. Done. Game over.
Anyway.
That is how, it's in stone. And so to change it again now would be ludicrous. But luckily, I think Vince McMahon realises that.
Yeah. But anyway.
The huge reactions he's got and all that.
That's it for Rumour Corner.
And so we need to close with the epic moment / epic fail of the week.
Wait. Oh, I know everyone's been... we've had a lot of people saying, but you've only been doing fails.
That's just the way it works.
That's the way it works. We just thought it was, but we then we just thought of fails more often because they were that much more hilarious. But if I recall, the last one was a fail / epic as well.
Yes.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, was that David Arquette last time?
I believe so. Yes.
Which was a fail, but also epic at the same time. Seeing as he just released, he has currently got a documentary that's out, which we haven't seen yet. But I look forward to cover.
It's on both of us' watch list, definitely.
I am looking forward to covering it.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. But anyway, point being is, this week is a epic wrestling moment. So, JB,
indeed.
Would you set the tone for us, please?
Oh, Christ, you're going to get me to start now, aren't you? And I can't remember what we agreed it was going to be.
Whose side is he on?
Oh, yes. The commentary epic fail aside, the actual moment itself is like one of the 4 cornerstones of wrestling. It's like one of the indelible moments.
Yeah. For me...
Let's set the scene, shall we? It's 1996.
Yeah.
It's WCW Bash at the Beach.
Hang on. Everyone's thinking, WCW, haven't you been ripping them up lately? Hasn't every epic fail been from WCW so far?
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, they didn't get everything wrong. Yeah. Okay, yeah. In the last 18 months they were in existence, they got pretty much everything they did wrong. But before that...
And hindsight can be a bit of a pain.
Yeah. Before that, there was a reason why they won the ratings war against Monday Night Raw for, what was it, like a year and a half straight?
82 weeks, was it?
Yes. And that reason, in a nutshell, comes down to the moment in the main event of Bash at the Beach 1996. Almost, but luckily not, ruined by Bobby Heenan's commentary, covered before in the Epic Fails.
Oh. Oops.
Which nearly telegraphed it for the whole universe. But luckily...
His cohort just said, what are you on about?
Of garbage in the ring after the event kind of suggests that it worked really rather well.
To have Hogan come down in his red and yellow t-shirt, ready to save the day. He's coming down with a mean walk. He's about to push back the NWO.
He's about to point the finger of doom in the face of some evil wrongdoers.
He's about to take out Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the outsiders, who's been raising hell. He gets in the ring. He's in. He's looking mean. He's in the corner. He's just dropped the leg drop. Not on Hall.
On the Macho Man.
What's going on?
What in the name of all that is holy is going on? Am I in the Upside Down? No, because that's not been invented yet, because Stranger Things is 20 years away. Calm down.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Hogan turned heel.
Yes. As previously hinted before, it would be the equivalent now of, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and this is my new client, John Cena.
Yeah. But
It would turn everything we know about wrestling completely on its head. But the thing is, that was bigger than that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Heyman announcing heel Cena would be huge, but this was like 50 times that size. It was literally the last thing anyone who'd watched wrestling ever in the history of wrestling up to that point could have expected.
Yeah, because you got Hogan who'd been declaring, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, do everything right, be just, be true, to then literally drop the leg straight onto his tag team partner for the match.
Yeah.
And allow the outsiders to get the win, and literally turn and say, declare themselves as a three-man group, saying, we are the new group here. Things are changing around here. There's a new world order.
Organisation. Which is what he actually said, even though it was changed to New World Order from the next night.
A new world organisation here, brother. And, declaring the town as a dump hole.
At which point you could no longer see the canvas in the ring around their feet for all the shit the crowd had thrown at them.
You got Kevin Nash and Scott Hall having duck, dodge and die while Hogan's still putting his promo in. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, who was in the ring with him? Mean Gene. Mean Gene getting blasted from certain things getting thrown in, and he's having to sit there trying to calmly react while he's doing an interview with Hogan. You've got trash getting, garbage bottles being thrown in, pails and pails, and I mean, it was getting thrown at them. The fans were livid. They were upset. Their iconic dream number one guy who they believed in has
literally turned around and spat in their faces, metaphorically.
And that is how to do a heel turn to perfection.
Yes. So, as we said, yes, WCW didn't get everything right, and pretty much the last 18 months of their existence, they didn't get a damn thing right. But, my God, when they got it right, it was game-changing. So, all credit to them for that.
Actually, we've done an epic win. I might just change this week to a double moment.
Yeah, why not?
And bring a fail in. I'm sorry, I've got to.
Is it related to the epic moment?
It's not related to the epic moment, but it does involve Hulk Hogan.
So it is kind of related. Okay, go for it.
Sort of. Because all I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, to you is the fact that you've got... Here's the epic moment you've seen. The whole turn, Hogan turning. The epic fail, I can't remember what year it was. All I'll say is, it's a promo on WCW.
A promo on WCW?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Does it involve Scott Steiner?
No.
Oh, well, there's a rare thing. Okay. Does it involve Sid?
No.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. That's got the obvious ones out of the way. Go on. Which one is it?
Harlem Heat with Sherry.
Harlem Heat. Booker T and Stevie Ray.
Hi, Bucky. I'm really sorry for this one.
Yes. Go on. What was it?
He decided to cut a promo on Hogan.
Yes. In theory, yeah, fine.
I cannot quote the actual saying because I think it will be pretty much get me into trouble.
Did he use a word that, how can I put it, white people aren't supposed to say?
It's something that Hogan got in trouble for.
Later on in his life, yeah, Hogan got in trouble for using that exact same particular word.
Yeah.
Give you a clue. You know, the word ginger, which people use as an epithet against people of a certain hair colour, yeah, it's got all the same letters, just in a different order.
I like what you did there. But anyway.
Yeah, he said that on live television.
Right. We want the gold sucker, Hulk Hogan. We're coming for you. And
We're coming for you.
There.
Yes.
And we leave it there. You know how big of a goof it is? You see Booker T on the camera looking visibly like, oh God, I have not just said that.
Tell me, I didn't just say that.
Put his hands in his face, and it could be the reason why he says that now. Put his hands in his face, like to say, I should not have said that. I should not have said that. Turn around, look at Sherry, and Sherry's like, give him the glare of the, what the hell, don't look at me. For Stevie Ray just not... For Stevie Ray to continue on, right?
Yeah.
As if nothing had happened.
Stevie Ray just blanks the whole...
It never happened! It never happened!
And just carries on with the scripted promo.
Pretty much.
It's a little bit like the invasion angle, which I believe also featured Booker T.
Yeah.
And a certain Mr. Dwayne Johnson.
Yes. But anyway.
And one of Dwayne Johnson's famous rhyming couplets, which ended with the phrase, Shane McMahon, silver spoon motherfucker, on Live Raw.
But anyway.
To which Vince McMahon could be seen backstage going as red as the walls in the little gorilla position. It's like, did you have to say the word on air? What's wrong with you, man?
Right.
You're the Rock, I forgive you, but goddamn.
Luckily enough, there's an actual video, there's an actual interview where someone actually asked Booker T about that moment.
I'm guessing his reaction was literally... Oh, God, why did you have to remind me that I did that, you
Actually, it wasn't what you think. He actually was happy to talk about it.
Okay, well, that's a relief. But
because it's the after story that was just as funny.
Oh, cool.
Because he then had to go to Hogan and explain it before it aired. He had to explain it to Hogan before it went out on air.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it was live or it might have. It might have been live. If it was live, he had to explain it after. I think it was.
If it was Nitro, I'm pretty sure it would have been live, but
I think it might have been a pre-recorded one. But either way, he had to explain to Hogan what had just happened.
Yes.
He explains it. He apologised, and Hogan's retort was, "Why are you apologising?" And
Hogan said that?
Yeah. Why are you apologising? And he's like, well, I had just called you. What? Did you not know what I just called you? And he goes, I did take up. That means I'm one of you, brother. He's beating his chest. Hogan.
That's one way of
took it as a compliment. Now, to this day, and I've only just thought about this, Hogan, yes, he did accidentally call it you. It doesn't mean you get to say it later on down the road.
That's probably what made Hogan think he was okay to start saying it. Yeah, note to Hogan, you're not. Stop it. Wrong.
But the point being is, at least of the epic fail moments, he had a nice moment as well.
Yes, it was a good moment as well.
You expected Hogan to flip, didn't you?
What?
You expected Hogan to flip, didn't you?
I kind of expected him to either be like, what's the problem? I didn't even see it. Or to lose his shit about it. Yeah, one of the two.
Not to say, I'm one of you, brother. Beat his chest.
No, Hogan, there's a different... You're nuclear orange. You're a colour category all of your own.
But anyway, that is it for this week.
Rather whimsical, down to our usual... We live down to our usual standards, trawl through the week of wrestling, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. We're going to clear off in a minute, but first, Mr. Matt Burns has some plugs for you.
That we do. I highly recommend you check out UKWA, as always, also known as UK Wrestling Alliance. Of course, for photography needs, check out Tony Knox, Jessica Servo Photography, Kerry Swift Photography. For videography needs, check out BA Production, SW Video. For charitable organisations, we highly recommend you check out Changes for Health and Wellbeing, Changes Recovery Radio, Mind, Messy for Mind, Donna Louise Hospice Care for Children and Young People, and of course, Cancer Research UK. We, of course, check out them pages because the information on there could actually prove massively helpful and can end up, helping somebody else. You never know. We, of course, also recommend you check out the lighter side of professional wrestling, especially since as the Epic Moments is what covers it. And I might actually move the Epic Moments and just say sponsored, probably just say linked with these somehow, because these guys are the ones that are pointing out to us almost every week. We've got Botchamania, you're welcome, Matthew. We've also got Wrestle Crap. JB? You're welcome, RD Reynolds. You've also, of course, got...
Sorry. I know I missed my cue. Sorry. I went for a mat while you were doing the old...
I've covered you.
Carry on.
Carry on. Of course. OSW Review lads. And everything, they're absolutely amazing. We, of course, also recommend you check out fellow podcasters and broadcasters by checking out Portal Pass Radio Show, which was formerly Geek of the Week, hosted by none other than Magic Mark Adams, who, by the way, I will state this to you, I've actually got some additional news for him. He has also got Don't Say the C Word podcast, yes, and possibly many, many more on the additional horizon. However, Magic Mark Adams has announced that after the pandemic, he is possibly only doing one more show that he is going to be doing commentary for, and then he is done.
Hang on, sorry, one more broadcast or one more wrestling show?
He is going to be involved on doing the commentary for one more show.
And then he is actually...
gone.
No longer doing wrestling commentary?
No, he is having no longer any business with the wrestling world.
So he's not doing the podcast or the commentary. Wow.
No, he will be doing the podcast in like Don't Say the C Word and Pull or Pass Radio Show. He won't be doing...
yeah, of course. Pull or Pass isn't actually anything to do with wrestling. It's to do with Marvel and stuff. Yeah, okay.
DC and all things geekiness, of course. But yeah. Yeah, I know. He originally was considering to retire, and he did say he actually had it set. He was retiring. He was retired now, but I believe there is a certain special, one-of-a-kind show that he is looking to do. For more details, check out his social media page for sure to look it up. Please do that. Please do. Because... Magic Mark Adams is somebody who I would personally highly recommend you check out. He has wonderful commentary, and I believe you've even literally listened to some of his commentary and taken cues from it yourself.
I was privileged enough to stand as part of the security next to the commentary table for 5 or 6 HXC shows and listen to the fantastic interplay between Magic Mark and Harvey Dale.
And you ready for this?
And
I can one-up you.
If I couldn't learn something from that, then I don't deserve to be behind the commentary table myself, quite frankly.
And I'm really sorry to say this, but I can one-up you.
You've done commentary with him, haven't you? You lucky fucker.
And it's on YouTube.
Epic.
For free.
Well, give everyone the name of how they can watch it and listen to yours and his epic words.
If anybody's interested in hearing that, check out Mind the Slap on YouTube. It's actually on YouTube. The whole show is.
YouTube. There you go. So he's basically doing one more show and then bowing out of the wrestling business forever. So for God's sake, plug the show. What is it?
Please do so. I'm literally trying to find the details now as you just.
All right, okay. All you've got to do is tell me, and I can literally fill for England. I can talk about
Please
nothing. Phil. I can literally outdo the entire television show Frasier. I can literally sit here and talk, not even including Matt Burns, just literally talk to myself about nothing for as long as is necessary. Did I tell you I used to be a radio DJ, and I used to frequently miss time records and need to literally fill a minute of dead air to make a record fit up to an ad break or a jingle, and therefore filling time with absolutely inconsequential bollocks pretty much became a speciality of mine. Hurry up, though, because even now I'm running out. There's only so much I can do before I start repeating myself, and nobody wants to hear that. Up next on Bilge FM, we've got the Stereophonics. After a
No,
message from our sponsors.
not that way, not that far.
Right,
We're
you're okay.
almost-
Have you found it now?
I'm literally going through. It is for Pride Pro Wrestling, and he is doing the ring announcing.
Wow.
And the words are, I've decided not to go back to wrestling after COVID-19 restrictions were lifted. However, Pride approached me, and it seems to me that one last show to say goodbye is the right choice. Thank you for the opportunity to do it right.
Can't say fairer than that.
And he will be doing the show for Pride Pro Wrestling.
Who are based where, and the show is when, if you know that information.
At the moment, there is no official date. All that we know is it's the Pride Pro Wrestling is the gay-owned and operated LGBTQ plus inclusive pro wrestling brand coming to London and Pride in summer 2021.
Oh, epic.
In association with BWR UK. But, ladies and gentlemen, I can honestly say absolutely amazing news, be able to get to say his final farewells. And as somebody I genuinely recommend everybody to look into, to check out that show.
Oh, absolutely. Commentary
Because
masterclass from that man, and everyone who even wants to be a commentator in wrestling, there are 3 people that I would say you need to listen to learn how to do it. And he is one of them.
100%.
Gordon Soley is one. And believe it or not, Joey Styles is the other.
Correct. Genuinely, I can
and possibly
say,
honourable mention to Gorilla Monsoon as well, but he is that good. He's the only one from this side of the pond. He is a brilliant commentator, and yes,
and an amazing human being
without him.
And an amazing human being.
Without saying as well, yeah.
And of course, if anybody's interested in getting married or anything, and they need somebody who's got a license, he has also got that as well. But anyway.
I'm sure he's going to love the fact I just compared him with 3 of the greatest commentators of all time.
I'm pretty sure he will do.
And put him on level pegging with them, because he's right up there.
He is absolutely amazing, knows what he's doing, but I just thought, as much as this was not meant to be a news piece, this bit was just meant to be the plugs, I thought I'd just mention this separately as we got to it. As soon as I saw what I was just about to say next, I just thought I'd just cover it there and there.
But it has turned into a massive plug of Magic Mark Adams, which is, frankly, no bad thing. Anyway.
And something that I will be continually to plug, just to point out,
until
I will
the
not be
show
stopping.
happens. Yeah.
No, I will not be stopping plugging until the show happens. I will not stop plugging Magic Mark Adams with his podcast and broadcast and everything. The man is absolutely amazing, and somebody who I will continually be wanting to check out on podcasts.
Support for as long as he's doing something.
Exactly.
Because it goes without saying it'll be worth supporting.
100%. But anyway, I'll continue now back to the plugs. We the Independent, that's with an IE, not a Y, which has got, Pineapple Pete, Sugar Dunkerton.
Yes.
Well, involved. Then, of course, you've also got Think Wrestling, especially the Talk Wrestling interviews, hosted by none other than Tom Baker.
Not the 4th Doctor. The
Correct.
UKWA co-commentator of mine.
Correct. And we, of course, also recommend you check out Train Pop Culture, as they've always got interesting topics almost every week. We've also recommended you check out Hatred Theory, as they are always knocking it out the park. We also recommend you check out Kayfabe Music, as they do absolutely amazing music, and they're doing intro videos for wrestlers and also doing some music for international wrestlers now as well.
Ooh.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
That's good.
We of course would recommend you check out Turnbuckle TV /Powered4 TV. And ladies and gentlemen, let us state this: a big change is coming.
A big change in a positive way, obviously.
Massive
Already
change.
The home to over 40 UK wrestling promotions and more podcast broadcasts and non-actual wrestling show themed content than one person could ever possibly watch. But more news to follow.
More news to follow. Keep an eye on Turnbuckle TV /Powered4 TV, as big things are going to be arriving soon. Highly recommend it. Content's going to be coming out to the ears, and believe me when I say this, it's going to be worth every penny that you're getting. And take into account that at the moment for the wrestling, how much is it a week?
Just for wrestling at the moment, it is less than £1 a week. Very marginally. $3.99 a month.
Correct. And more content is coming soon. We of course also recommend check out your local wrestling promotions like FCW, United Wrestling, Pro Wrestling for You, Future Shock Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Fallen Star Wrestling, Venom Wrestling Federation, Slam Wrestling. We of course also recommend check out Wolfram Pro Wrestling, the Barracks Wrestling as well, and many others. We of course, just in case if I missed any of the certain wrestling companies, we recommend you check out Babyface Wrestling app, as they've got an app that will cover anything that's in your area, where you can actually follow wrestling companies, follow wrestlers, and they've always got content being built up on there. And the best thing about it is it's free.
It's absolutely free. And the second best thing about it is, if you like what we do, you can follow UKWA and Matt Burns.
Appreciate the cheap plug there.
You're welcome.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we of course have got the Burning Truth website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. External links that are on the site we cannot be held responsible for, as we do not have control over the external links. We are on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and you can listen to all your current episodes and past episodes of The Burning Truth, be it bless yourself, be it on the website, be it on Spreaker, be it on Spotify, be it on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Deezer, and all available broadcast sources, and YouTube. How the heck? Actually, we already covered YouTube. We mentioned it says on YouTube, but we can also listen to it there as well. And that is a wrap up for this week. Our mental health message is always going to be the same. It is okay to be not okay. Asking for help isn't a weakness, and you can end up finding out that people care for you more than you could ever know, and to never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits, quoting Tom Campbell from Cultaholic. And of course, make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it is necessary. And last, of course, if you could be anything in this world right now, if you can be anything, please be kind.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Be kind.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all there is to say.
Be
kind.
Be more kind, my friends, I say.
Be more kind. Yes, quite.
And with all that, that is it for this week. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Burning Truth. We hope you all stay well, stay safe, and until the next episode, please check out your local wrestling promotions, social media. Give them likes and follows. Give a call or reach out to any families, colleagues, or friends you haven't spoken to in a while. You can end up making their day. But until then, we will hopefully catch you next week on The Burning Truth. But until then, I've been Matt Burns.
And I've been John Bloor.
It's been emotional, and we will catch you next week on The Burning Truth.
Ta-ta now. Bye-bye.
Till then, catch you later.